Exposed. 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 You're exposed. Hashtag drama alert. There's news to expose. Hashtag breaking. SS Sniper Wolf has a vagina. More on that at 11. Vaginas. Hey guys, it's Scarce here. Lots of news today. Lots of exposure and double uploads. Exposed. 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 Exposed.
Just leave this bit in. It's just us faffing around.
Oh, can you imagine? Oh, and they say we're doing the typical news intro, and then we go, and we're back. Episode 33.
I need some paper.
You doing it, but that's Chris's thing. Oh no, we miss him already. Welcome back to
Are
episode.
we going to discuss that? Or should we leave him like...
Oh, can you imagine? Do we tell him about the parachuting incident with Chris?
Let's leave it.
Let's leave it.
Let's leave it.
Welcome back, episode
Hello.
33. Hello, welcome back. I feel more sophisticated.
I've noticed that in the past, if anyone's going to come to this late and watch the past like 3 or 4 episodes, I've changed my appearance at every episode.
I know, we've left it that long in between it. And what made me laugh is I very quickly watched the episode before this and we're like, oh, summer's really hot.
That's really fucking
And now
cold.
we're like, oh, winter's really cold.
The thing is, over here in the UK, because the day we were recording, it's the day after all the clocks went back. So today, it just seemed like absolutely pitch black on the way home from work.
Aye.
Which is joyous.
So, welcome back this week, and we've had another little hiatus break. No, do you know what? No real particular reason.
Not on purpose.
Not on purpose. It's just happened. It's just sort of programmed that way. It's just worked out that way. So it is what it is. Rich Review Tech, courtesy Rich Review Tech for the entry music there. It's all good. 2 of us.
Yeah, copyright infringement.
No, it doesn't matter. We're not monetised yet. Don't matter, does it? We're only little people. We don't got to chase the little people for the monies, are they?
Cancel culture, mate. They'll go back to this in years to come.
Council?
Council.
Like council?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
No, cancel.
Cancel culture.
Cancel culture.
Anyway, so you may notice there's 2 of us. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Chris having a little
Yeah,
break.
to get my abacus on.
Yeah, I know. Get my shoes and socks off and start counting. That's got. God, some people might like that though. You know who you are. Daddy Joe's back on the scene. No, we had a little break, folks. We're back. We just wanted a little bit of a. We had loads of things going on, but we're back. We're live in colour.
The industry that we're in is a little bit messed up at the moment.
It
so
is,
a bit...
which we're going to talk about later on. But lots of things have been happening that we want to catch up on. So no particular order, but in some particular order. Tell me all about it.
I just want to start off actually by saying that you still have that phone.
I do. This is still the Fold 2. It's not the Fold 3. And guess what? I won't be getting the Fold 3.
Until he goes into the nearest car phone warehouse and goes, oh, Fold 3.
Car phone, not me. I don't slum it out in car phone warehouses. What are you wrong with you, with the peasants? But no, I'm right. This is a long-term quick review, and this wasn't actually planned. But thank you, Ricky, for throwing me under the bus. But I'm a quick thinker. So for me, the Fold 2 has been a very, very nice experimental device.
Fair enough.
This has been a very good prototype to use.
It's a somewhat expensive prototype device, but
Yeah. It's but that being said, I've enjoyed it, and so far, this is my forever phone until it breaks. And this has had 2 drops, and I think the 3rd drop is going to be the one that it's going to be the one that kills it. So I'm not going to drop it a 3rd time.
put a case on it.
Can't,
as in, just won't do it, or they just don't make one good.
They didn't make one at the time. They may have changed that, but it feels so dainty and lovely in the hands. So I don't really want to.
Well, we're currently recording this via a very another expensive piece of equipment, which is my iPhone 13 Pro Max. And same with that, I prefer the feel of it out of the case, but I don't want to drop it.
The naked.
Don't want to drop it.
You like feeling naked?
Mm.
Nice.
We're really not utilising the equipment that we've got.
No.
I know it's difficult to upload it.
Do you know what? Yeah, but the camera on this is going to be much nicer. You tell us in the comments. Let us know if this is better than what we've shot on before. But so far, we will do a long-term review of that. But just very quickly, love the phone. And I've got to be honest, Samsung have done really well working with Android app developers to make apps more concurrent and working and viable. Like YouTube worked okay on it, but if you snapped it in half, like not literally, but just did that, if you did it for too long, the app would crash and stuff like that. But Google have sorted it out. So it's a labour of love. I enjoy the phone.
I really like the look of the Duo, the Microsoft Duo.
There's a new one.
There is Duo 2. I would only ever really use one if I needed it for work purposes. I would never use it as a phone.
Well, I'm starting to use that for work purposes.
It makes sense.
Cool story. No, but I am in it. It does make sense and it does work quite well.
Enter crickets here.
Yeah, well, I'll edit him in somewhere. So, a lot of games coming out, Rick, and it's obviously with my intro or our intro. You've seen the going on. What we've been discussing and alluding up to is
He's not told me what's in the intro, by the way. So.
No, surprise to Ricky. I'm going to keep him on his toes. There's some good games coming out, but one thing I do want to talk about. One thing I'm sort of getting that. Like on historic episodes with new consoles coming out, I tend to get quite excited by things, and I sort of get pulled in by the hype.
You're a very excitable person.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I get pulled in. I get sucked in by the hype. So effectively,
Thanks.
I've been. Oh, you owe me a Coke, but I'm on keto, so I can only have water. So effectively, Forza Horizon, I've really been sucked in.
You know my past with Forza games and the previous Horizon generations or iterations we call them. That game, Forza Horizon 5, is going to literally capture me for weeks.
I mean, I definitely am gonna love it. I've got a short attention span though. That's my only worry. But
when it comes out, I am on annual leave for 2 weeks, so I've got not much else to do.
There you go, you've heard it first. We've lost Ricky already. Next time you see him, he'll be coming out of a cave after completing Forza Horizon.
It comes out at a similar time as another game that's coming out.
Please.
Which I've also pre-ordered.
Go on.
Which is the new Battlefield.
Lovely. So, Battlefield as well. I've watched a lot of the beta gameplay. Looked very interesting.
Felt very good. The beta's obviously not finalised gameplay, but it did feel good.
Yeah.
It feels like a Battlefield game, and as it should. However...
Yes.
Very let down. Not let down, I understand, but the difference between the console generations. Because obviously on the previous generation consoles, it's locked to 64 players a map.
Yeah.
Whereas on the new generation consoles, it's 128 players per map. Makes sense because of like actual boundaries and limitations and whatnot. But having a friend that's also looking at buying the game that only has an Xbox One X, which is previous generation, it then limits how much me and my other friend can play next gen.
It looks like you're losing a friend.
We're fucking him off.
Yeah.
It's funny because he watches this podcast.
Oh, right, okay. You blocked his phone number, unfriended him on Xbox game services.
Oh, we've told him he can't come play with us anymore until he buys a next gen console.
So he'll see you and speak to you in 2024.
Yeah, sort of.
When the new generation comes out. But no, it does look very, very good. Again, that's another game I'm very much interested in. Yeah, I mean, watching it, I didn't bother playing the beta. I've got to be honest with you. I saw it. I had a producer download it. I couldn't be bothered. But again, for me, I don't want to get into that routine of I enjoy watching people play games as opposed to more than like Battlefield's really good for good streamers playing. It's entertaining.
We spoke about this before with Warzone. We're at that point now, me included, where I don't really fancy playing it anymore. I'd rather watch someone that's pretty good at the game and enjoy it as opposed to actually play it myself. How
it should be played as such, you know. A couple of games that have come out that have really gone under the radar, especially for me. New Far Cry. I've sort of come away from Far Cry because they seem to be just reskins. And
I played Far Cry 3.
Yeah.
Really liked it. Played loads and loads and loads of it. Far Cry 4 came out. Fell off the bandwagon a little bit.
Yeah.
Then I saw Far Cry 5 come out, and it's exactly the same game, but they burnt some of the map.
Yeah.
And then Far Cry 6 has come out, and again, it looks the same again, but they've just changed a couple of bits. I don't fully understand where they're going.
No. See, on my theories with open world games is I really enjoy them, but I don't like too much open worldness. And my reason for that is I get lost in what I should be doing and deviate, and which is nice in some respects.
The latest Tomb Raider games have been very, very good for that because they're somewhat open worldy.
But you sort of,
but you do what you do want to do in that area, and then it's very linear up until the next bit, and you follow it through until you complete the story. You can go back to those parts afterwards, if you want to, but you can pretty much finish that bit and then move on. You don't have to go back.
Do you think now, especially since Cyberpunk came out, which I think is the one game that got a lot of flack for this, and talking about Battlefield and old gen consoles, I know they want to cater to all the people that still got the old consoles, but I think now is the time they need to start cutting the head off it and saying we're not releasing that, rather than make concessions and go
I've been saying this for some time. They need. The previous generations, they went on for a while, didn't they? When you think about them, 360 to Xbox One era and the PS3 to PS4, it went on for a while. They catered for those consoles for a few years, but at the moment it's really holding back limitations. Like it's really the difference now is so big that it's really they need a cut off.
Yeah,
it just needs a boom gone.
I don't think they're going to be prepared to do that until consoles are more freely available. Or do they care about that? I mean, that's my perspective. But then I don't know. Do they care that people go and buy the consoles? I don't know.
For Microsoft, especially, it shouldn't be a problem at the moment. It should just be, we'll cut you off there. Everything that we're putting onto Game Pass is now available via the cloud. You can now play cloud games through your console. So if you've got an Xbox One, you can play Series X games through the cloud. Albeit that needs a little bit of work, but you can play it. So they need to just be like, cut it off.
That's a very good shout. That is a very good shout, especially even if they did it temporarily until they got the consoles manufactured. Although they'd probably get a lot of flack for releasing a service like that and being able to. Can you imagine being able to play Xbox Series X games cloud based via your old generation console, and then going, right, now the consoles are back on the shelves, we're just going to slowly take this back off for service. So everyone goes back out and buys the consoles.
I don't think they'll do that. There's no chance they'll do that. Because there's still going to be AAA titles that are going to come out that you're going to need to buy natively. So that's never going to be an issue. Yeah,
no, that's fair enough. Obviously, Halo's another game that came out in beta form, didn't it? Again, something I didn't play. Enjoyed watching
didn't
that.
Play it either, but I really enjoy Halo games. So.
Campaign multiplayer, what are you more excited about?
Multiplayer's free to play, which can be a big one, but so there's going to be a lot more people involved. But I'd normally like to finish the campaign first before I really touch any of the multiplayer stuff.
Yeah. Sorry, I've just realised, is this a Harvey Price themed mug?
It is, yeah.
It is actually a Harvey Price themed mug.
Yeah, you drunk 2 coffees out of it so far, and I noticed.
Holy smokes, that is amazing. Sorry, it's made my evening. That is coming home with me.
Everything that you've done. So.
Oh, what a day.
I know, it's all a bit much, isn't it?
But Halo, I sort of bumped off the wagon. What killed it for me for the multiplayer Halo was when they had the energy swords first introduced to multiplayer, which might have been Halo 2 multiplayer, I think. And effectively, the melee, you could jump best part of what felt like half a map's distance once you've actioned it and connect and just kill people.
Yeah, but they didn't last forever. They only had a certain amount of energy. It was up to 100.
I know by that point you was on a 5 kill streak.
Yeah, but then you get sniped from the other side of the map, so it made no difference.
Yeah, maybe.
You just weren't in good enough lobbies.
No, maybe I'm just completely scruff at video games and I should have uninstalled it and burnt the disc and sold my console on the black market. Collector's item now, you see. But this whole, funny enough, I was in Smith's Toys getting some Christmas shopping. With Smith's Toys for us, similar to Walmart, but just toys, whatever. Sorry for our colonial cousins, had to get it in there.
Wouldn't it be more like a Best Buy or something?
Yeah, that too. If Best Buy focus more on toys. Anyway,
Woolworths.
Yeah. They
Toys
weren't
R Us.
Woolworths.
Toys R Us, everyone knows Toys R Us.
They still got Toys R Us in America, I think.
It's like Deviants. There's another Toys R Us store reopened in the UK, so they're slowly filtering back into the market.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Smiths has dominated it now anyway.
Well, they have, yeah.
So I just asked out of curiosity, I'm to the cat folks, I asked at behind the counter, don't suppose you have any Switch 4Ks in stock, Switch OLEDs, and the guy sort of went, actually, I think he sort of, give me a little tickle, give me a little ball tickle, a little ball flick.
Well, no.
He went, what colour would you like? And I went, the neon one? Nah, out of stock. Okay, the grey one then? Out of stock. And I said, well, why'd you give me a choice? She did that. I was like, all right, don't worry about it. Do you know what I mean?
Is that someone coming up to you again? Got any Fiestas? Or what colour?
Yeah.
And then just go through every single colour and go, no, haven't got any.
What's that about? What is even that about? So, really, give me a little ball flick there. But I was like, part of my scalping was like, if that was on the shelf, I might buy one. Would I play it? Or would I just sell it? And I've started to get that mentality.
Well, you did kind of say that you wanted to play Breath of the Wild again.
Yeah, I do want to play Breath of the Wild again in 4K. That'd be lovely, absolutely delightful. So obviously we've got the Switch come out, and you can't get one. So fine, yeah, nice, cool story, Joe. But yeah, it's just I find it unbelievable that it's just nothing's on the shelf still. It's just absolutely.
I do know someone. You know someone as well. I don't know if you know this story, but that managed to actually secure one the day before release. From Smiths. Got told that their Amazon pre-order wasn't coming on the day. It was being pushed back by a week or two.
Yeah.
So basically cancelled that order and managed to secure one through Smiths. Went down lunchtime next day, picked it up.
Nice. Was he restricted to one purchase?
Yeah.
I would have gone back in for Guess Who style moustache. Hello there. Can I buy another Switch, please?
Considering we get a lot of American viewers, do you think they know what Guess Who is?
Well, disguising. I would have worn disguise. I would have literally put Ricky on my shoulders, a massive trench
Is he wearing a hat?
Yeah. I would have put Ricky on my shoulders, put a trench coat over him, and then little legs go like that as he sort of gracefully floats along the top. My little legs just going...
With some little legs and a really fucking long body.
Yeah, and you move your hands really slowly as my legs go like that. And they go, hello there.
Foam hands.
Yeah. What is wrong with this man? Can you imagine trying to pick up the Switch as well? Ugh.
Why are your hands bending around it? I don't know.
It's a medical condition. Must see a doctor. I'll go to hospital and take my Switch with me. Security, stop him at the door. So that's not happening in the game industry. I'm not sure if
There
any
was
other
some
games.
other games I was going to mention.
Please.
Now I've completely lost my train of thought.
Well, we can always come back to that. Something that's been taking the internet by storm, and I'm normally ahead of the curve in these kind of things, like Tiger King. I sort of got into that, and then it blew up. And not saying I'm a trendsetter, definitely not, but it's just that I found it gripping and interesting in the lockdown period. Whatever, Squid Game is now a thing. I sort of again didn't hear about it initially, but everyone else had watched it, so I jumped in. Found it a bit tricky to get into initially.
Yeah.
The language barrier, I think for me, by episode 3, I was but then episode 3 it sort of took off, but you got to be patient with it.
I didn't really like it.
Really?
Didn't really like it. The game scenes are fine. Like, there's obviously the bit everyone watches it for, but the rest of it is a bit shit. But apparently that's because of the difference in language.
Well, one thing, I'm not sure if you've experienced this, and please comment down below if you have. But one thing I found is that if you have the dub on and the subtitles on, they don't match.
Yeah, that's how... So I always watch with subtitles anyway.
Yeah.
Simply because there's normally stuff that you might just miss. So I always have the subtitles on. But, yeah, they were completely off. Like, so far off.
But then everyone in Korea is saying, people that can speak Korean are saying both of them are completely wrong.
Completely wrong,
And
yeah.
that... Anyway, but I've got to be honest, what I did like about it, and at risk of getting cancelled, is that I like the fact that it's more human in the sense of the women have to team up because they know that there's certain challenges they're well aware of, and the men make them aware of, well, we don't want to be with a woman because of the strength challenge. And, do you know, and it's with modern cinema, modern culture, where they have a lot more female protagonist or antagonist and protagonist, whatever. I can't talk too much coffee at this time of night, but we have a front woman, which is great, not knocking it, but it seems more real world and gritty that the women team up.
This reminds
and work
me,
well
again,
together.
I like going off on a tangent at the moment. This reminds me of something I saw earlier about those MMA fights happening in Poland.
What MMA fights in Poland?
The intergender fights. Have you not heard about them?
Oh yeah, is this where some? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite naughty in it. And is this where that some woman got tombed up fighting against a bloke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, happened twice in the same card.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Absolutely. But this is what I mean. The world's gone a bit crazy, and it's just that I can't understand. It's like in MMA and in certain boxing realms, they haven't. I shouldn't be doing it, but like you have like transgender men that are now women fighting women, and it's completely different. It's just even weight. They don't even weigh the same. It's just completely crazy, cray. But yeah, Squid Game, I did enjoy it. It's a slow burner. I don't want to ruin too much. No spoilers here. But I find the policeman story, could have really been parked. Could have been saved for series 2 and introduced later on. He goes trying to infiltrate to show more of the inner sanctum of how it works.
I think there could have been so much more to that.
Oh yeah.
Try not to spoil it. Wasn't enough.
No.
There wasn't enough of that.
I think they shouldn't have bothered with it this season. They should have saved it to go into it. It's
I don't know.
diluted.
I think that was the one part of the story that made the actual program story, whereas the rest of it was just about the game, and it didn't. You kind of felt for the characters, but you didn't. Whereas the police story actually, it made you a bit more gripped. It did something to the program.
Well, it didn't do enough for me because there wasn't enough of it. It just is too diluted. So that's the point I'm making. But Squid Game is definitely worthwhile watch, especially if you've got nothing else on and loads of Netflix. $14.99 you're paying a month for your Netflix. You might want to watch something on it, eh? But talking about that, actually, just quickly, if you were in Squid Game,
yeah,
would you be as ruthless? Would you be ruthless just to win?
I'm not being funny. Your life is on the line, so yes. Like there's no other way about it. Really.
Remind me if I see Ricky in the lobby. I'm sorry, I'm out.
I don't want to play anymore.
I don't want to play anymore. Ricky's going to cut me. But I've been watching as well a program called Good Girls, which I was introduced to, and I didn't think I was going to like from the title of it. But I can say this without spoiling it, because it happens quite quickly. And Ricky, I'm going to sell this to you. This is my sales pitch.
Go on, go.
3 women.
Got 30 seconds. 3
women, normal lives, all housewives. One's got a very poorly daughter. One's got a husband that's having an affair, that owns a car dealership, that's nightmare with money, and the other one's the sister of their car dealership wife.
It's not stereotypical.
And so, effectively, those 3 really need money. They decide to rob a supermarket like a Walmart. It's a bit old now, this show, but they go in, they think there's going to be 30 grand in the safe, and in the first episode they successfully rob it, because I'm not really spoiling anything here, and they take the money home to find out there's a lot more than 30 grand in the safe of this Walmart. We're talking, I can't remember the exact amount, but something stupid like 300 to 500 grand.
Yeah.
And no alarm bells go off for them. They're like, oh, okay, they must have forgot to do the banking. Well, it turns out that a gang lord is basically washing his money through there. And they've just robbed his money. And the plot just goes from there. So I'm 3 series in to a potentially 4 or 5 series show. Okay,
I thought this was going to be like a 12 episode thing and it was done.
No, I thought that, but there's more to it. Series 1, Series 2 are epic. Series 3 and 4 I'm actually on, I think. I've got a bit sleepy with. Definitely worthwhile watching Series 1, Series 2. JSD recommendation.
Recommendation of the week.
Yeah, Wolf of Westcliff says it here. There
Gold
you go.
Stars here and there.
Gold stars. Talking about fight news, transgender fights and all that stuff. I'm not talking about that, but talking about that. Quite possibly, and rightly so. Did you see it?
I did.
The big fight.
Did you see it? Did you watch it live?
No.
Did you watch it next morning?
Yes, absolutely.
So I did actually. I watched it live. I went to my brother's house and we watched it. To be fair, we had a nap first and then woke up and watched it. But what a fight!
What a fight!
What a fight!
What a fight!
I'm not massively like into like fighting and boxing. And
Sorry,
stuff, but
for context, Fury, Wilder. This is like the end of their fight trilogy. If you haven't seen it, floating around on the screen's got to be a bit of footage, and hopefully don't get shot down for putting a bit of it up. But
we're not big enough.
yeah. But fair enough. I don't want to get striked. I take the video down. But really good fight, epic fight, loads of knockouts. Wilder put Fury in his bum, then Fury put Wilder on his bum. A lot of bum action going on.
I thought it was going to be all right over as soon as Fury put him down, and then when he got back up and then he put Fury down twice, I was a bit like, shit, we're on for a fight.
Yeah.
But then as the rounds went on, it was obvious he was going to win. But it was what a fight it was.
Oh, but there's one shot that's to this day it's going viral where the power of Wilder when he just punches Tyson Fury, and you can see Fury gets punched in the head, and the power, the energy gets rattled through, because he's quite a chunky fella.
It's quite big.
Rattles through his body, and you can see the flab just go. So literally the punch connects to his head and you can see the fat roll down his whole torso. That is how much power Wilder possesses. Epic fight. Not really interested in watching Joshua versus Fury. I don't know what's next. Who cares at this point in time? That is just such an epic fight. Quite possibly, and it is quite possibly one of the best in our generation.
Certainly our generation. In terms of ever, I mean, it's
up there.
It's up there. It's
up
up
there.
there.
So really, really enjoyed that. Yeah, give me tingles in all kinds of places. So, tell me a bit more news for you've got at the moment, Rick. Tell me.
I lost the toe.
What?
No, I didn't really.
Where'd you lose it?
Supermarket.
If I do that, it won't be lost.
Supermarket.
No, you got a new motor. Tell me all about
Oh, I did
it.
get a new car. So the previous couple of episodes, I was obviously saying about how I got a new car. And I didn't particularly like it. Got a new one. Got rid of it. So the Focus is gone, and I got a Puma.
Yeah. Oh, in America you don't have this car. They don't have it.
They don't have it. They don't have the Focus or the Fiesta either.
The
Or
Puma
the EcoSport.
is like a mid-size picture here. Mid-size crossover hatchback.
If you can find the right one in the right colour, I'll be quite impressed.
I will do my best.
Just not with my reg on it. I don't want people to know.
I shouldn't put your picture up then. I was going to say, 'cause this
No,
is
not
easy.
mine.
I'll just go outside and take a photo. But yeah, very, very nice. And you enjoying it so far?
Enjoying it so far.
How long do you get bored?
Let's give it a couple months.
I want to see 43 AMG.
I did say that once.
Oh, I'm not going to lie though. I took a Mercedes into Part Exchange the other day, and I got in it to move it. It wasn't nothing to sit an AMG Merc. It was a 2017 C-Class Premium Pack, Premium Plus. The interior is appalling.
Really?
Absolutely. Even JP got in the car, who's a big Mercedes fan, and he was like, "This is appalling. My old C-Class is better than this one." And I touched it. It does feel like inside a milk tray, Cadbury's milk tray box. Everything. The radio's appalling. Because I was wondering why this couple swapped into a newer model Focus when they've got a Merc. I quickly realised a new model Focus knocks the nuts off of a Merc C-Class. Sounds like a weird thing to say. Focus.
Possibly not the new C-Class, but maybe of that age.
Yeah, absolutely. The screens again is just tiny. My phone's bigger, so
Your phone's bigger than a lot of fucking things.
oh, steady ducky. But yeah, it just completely surprised me. But yeah. So how long do you have to wait for your car, Ricky? Please tell me.
How long did I wait for it?
Yeah.
As in the Puma.
Mm.
Well, I only waited about 3 months.
Well, that seems
Because
quite
I
quick
ordered
compared to
mine at the
everyone else.
right time.
So, to give you a little update on what we do, obviously, as you are regular viewers will know, that we work in the car industry, motor industry. We sell
do.
cars, predominantly Fords.
Sell vehicles.
Predominantly Fords.
Well, no, Fords now.
Fords, yeah, we do sell Fords. Actually, I don't. I sell a couple of other cars now.
As an inside joke, though.
Yeah. So basically, the motor industry still on its bottom all over the world. Will be in America. I keep saying about America. A lot of our viewers, I did check earlier, still in America.
Yep.
So anyway, but worldwide cars, you can't order them brand new. You're looking at 9-month wait.
Well, you can order them brand new, but you are ordering. You are waiting for them.
So it's literally an order, forget about it kind of jobby.
Yep.
So used car market's gone through the roof. Used car values are absolutely crazy.
Hence why I changed my car very quickly.
Yeah, which is, I mean, most people who buy brand new would never be able to ordinarily be able to swap their car in, say, 6 months, a year?
There's some bit inside baseball. There's some Ford employees that change 9 months to a year, just because of the way their discount works. It normally works out that it works okay.
But Fiestas, for instance, you would never be able to swap something early ordinarily.
Not the past 2 years or so. No, not before COVID. But at the moment, we've got people that have had their car for 3 or 4 months, placing orders, waiting for 6 months' time, simply because it works so well.
Interesting enough, I know you've not had your car that long. Have you just quickly capped it to see, priced it? Has it gone up? Oh my God. It's just crazy. You've not even had his car a couple of months and you can get back more money than you paid for it. Basically,
Yep.
we're turning to StockX, but with cars.
Essentially, yeah.
High top Jordan Puma.
So you know how like people buy limited edition like Porsches or like the flagship Porsche or might buy a Ferrari and they'll flip it. Do it with any car at the moment.
Yeah.
Buy a brand new car, flip it, you'll get more for it.
Get a Fiesta Trend.
Honestly, you would. You'd get more for it.
I wouldn't order one now.
I wouldn't either,
You
but
wouldn't.
you'll get
You
more
would.
for it.
Yeah, I bet the motor trade's in a really weird position. So, because of that, it's been a bit of a weird situation for us. We've been really busy and also quite quiet. It's a weird thing to try and describe. But it's,
Well, I've not been quiet. I've been like rushed off my feet, but I've not had any cars like to hand over. It's a complete opposite. We're now in a completely different world where we're really, really busy because we're constantly dealing with stuff we've already done. So we're like, it's constant updates and it's a totally different world.
and we're in this weird position because it's not just the automotive sector. And we talk about this nearly every time we record, but it's just such a, for us, bearing in mind we're geeky Howards. So that
We kind of have to be.
we have to be.
And we spend pretty much all our life there. So
But when it comes to cars, but also with games, technology, everything's affected. I mean, I know people that have ordered what you're recording this on and haven't got their new phone because they have to wait for it.
Mate, I literally ordered it 6 or 7 days after it went live, and then it turned up on the day of launch.
Well, Ian, hello. We've had him, the Beluga. He's been on a previous episode. He's still waiting for it. I don't think he's got his yet.
What?
I don't think he's got it. I think he was told 6 weeks or 4 weeks.
Yeah,
He didn't even order a Max. He ordered an iPhone 13 Pro, and he's got to wait
What the hell?
because he went for space grey. If he went for any other colour, it was like a week's wait. But because he wanted space, the grey colour, the dark colour,
Graphite.
whatever.
That's what that is.
Yeah, but it's a Pro. But for some reason, the iPhone 13 in graphite grey, there's like a massive wait. I don't know if he's got it yet.
I wasn't bothered by the colour. I went on it and I just went, that'll do. Ordered. And then I got a email the day before saying, your phone's with us, it's turning up tomorrow. Oh, brilliant.
See, the only phone that I'd be really tempted to run alongside this, I say
Phone free.
no, is the new Pixel 6 Pro. It's not great for videos, but it's good for photos and for
I've
raw.
seen some photos come out from that phone and it looks pretty good.
And what I also like is the Google exclusive feature of having your own personal assistant. So you can set it, so if you get a phone call, so if Rick tries to phone me and I'm busy, I can press a button on the screen that you talk to Google. Google, oh, hello there. How can I help? And you'll be like, oh, I just want to speak to Joe, wanted to know if he wants to go dogging tonight. And then it will give me a live transcript of what is being
You know
said.
what's really funny?
What?
Is that, I shouted across to you earlier when you popped into work.
Yeah.
And you said, I said, are we still on for tonight? And you went, yeah. After you walked off, someone went to me, oh, you not playing Xbox tonight? I went, no, we're going dogging.
Well, who was that? Is that Ray?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so it gives you a live transcript of what's been said, so you can filter out spam calls. But so I have a lot of elderly people phone me, so I really like the idea
my
of it.
God.
But I don't think it works. I think people would get really grumpy
Probably.
with talking to an auto.
Probably.
But it sounds really lifelike.
I would find some sort of way to mess with it.
I might have to get a phone just to do it. I might have to.
I would find some sort of way to either trip it up and get it just caught up in the loop,
Yeah.
or just something to. There's got to be an Easter egg built into it somewhere that you could play a trick on someone.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But it's so that's the only phone that'd make me consider. And there's a colour called Sunset Orange or something. I love Pixel. Google's name for phones. I'm a sucker for a name.
Fold 2.
Almost there's almost white or something, and there's like something else black, and there's like Sunset Orange. I'm a sucker for names.
It's too poncy. I mean, I'm talking about someone that's got a graphite grey iPhone 13 Pro Max.
Magnetic grey, innit? It's magnetic grey. It's like my Focus.
Can I have that magnetic colour?
Yeah. Almost stuff line. So anyway. So it's been very eventful. But going back to it, we do keep saying this, but we are going to get back to some sort of routine. There's been a lot going on, a lot of building up with things we have to do, and scheduling issues. Like for instance, Chris can't be with us tonight.
We'll probably get him back into it once he comes out of hospital.
Yeah, I mean you've got to reattach his legs, haven't they?
Yeah.
And put his head back on the right way.
Or if anyone hits a pine tree at that sort of speed, it's going to bloody
It
hurt.
does leave a mark.
Yeah.
I've got to be honest. And apparently everyone else that jumped out the plane landed perfectly fine. But Chris didn't. He went to pull out a parachute and just pulled out a pair of shoes. you imagine his face?
Quite
And
fitting.
can you imagine his face when he was just really Balenciagas?
Yeezys.
Yeah, keeps going. High top Jordans. Alexander McQueen. And then like tree.
I'm sure he's bought like 12 pairs of dunks as well, so he'll
I don't
probably
know,
just keep pulling
he's-
them out of his fucking pocket.
What made me laugh about Chris? He went onto StockX, do his thing now where it can value your collection, and he said it. Oh, some of my trainers it couldn't find. I said, what was the complete value? And I think it's something stupid like 24 grand. He's just bonkers, and he loves his shoes. That boy.
He's got more shoes and sense.
But that's the thing with
More shoes and sense.
the Greek Tony Hadley. He's very opulent. And
I don't know how he can afford it. He's got to keep playing for fucking plates.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I was just thinking, oh, jinx again.
A lot of jinxing.
Not
tonight.
jinxing tonight. But look, we appreciate you coming back to watch us. We are going to make it more
No
regular.
one's watched it yet.
Well, hopefully we'll do.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed. And my legs and my toes. All steady. Don't get people too excited. But
This means that we can talk on Discord again.
it does mean we can talk on Discord again.
I don't know where my app's gone. Need to find it.
We need to sort our act out, and we've vowed
We do.
to do so.
We do.
So,
We're 33 episodes in. We need to do something.
yeah. Yeah, but look, we're back, and thank you very much if you have subscribed already. There's a lot of people threatening to subscribe in everywhere, Tom, Dick and Harry. Sub to the channel, like and comment, and join Discord. But please just like the video, helps us get more traction. Be nice to get 500 subscribers.
It was.
If we can get 500 subscribers, I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm going to give Ricky away.
I was about to say, can I enter? Can't win myself.
No. Well, I think we should. Do you know what? I'm going to throw it out there. If we get to 500 subscribers, I'm going to do a very special giveaway. I don't know what it is yet, but I think I know what it is. A pair of Ricky's pants and socks.
Oh.
Vacuum sealed.
There's not many of them.
Hermetically sealed. Vacuum packed. Oh, yes! Oh. Be like a pig sniffing for truffles.
Oh.
Oh, but anyway, no, do please help support the channel, and we are going to keep coming back with high quality content. And Chris might come back.
Well, we'll come back with content. I don't know about high quality. But
No,
there'll
we'll
be
try our
some
best.
Content.
High quality for our very low standards. But anyway, Chris.
Under promise, over deliver.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh.
I can't even phone him. I'm recording from it.
No, that's a shame. Why not? Anyway,
To be fair, are his arms out the slings?
is there anything you? No, you can't answer. His earpods in though. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
It's crazy.
Oh, Chris, get well soon, mate. Hey.
Oh.
Anyway, look, thank you very much for coming back.
You didn't do it. Ask me. Anything to add?
Anything to add?
No.
Thanks, Chris. Facts of the week. We'll never get you facts of the week. Oh, okay, right, let's move on.
We've
mate,
never
to
had a
normal-
Chris fact of the week.
Hippo-milk's
We
pink.
probably have, but
Yeah, we have. Right, we love you, Chris.
It's
Get
probably
better.
just not wet.
Alright, anyway, it's all good. Like and subscribe, join Discord, comment down below, tell us what you think. Actually, don't tell us what you think. It'll break
Tell
me a
us what you think. Aim it at him. He'll respond.
little. Anyway, thank you very much.
Ciao for now.
Ciao for now.
Ciao.
Bye, Australia. Bye. 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 Bye.